everyone. Today we will be learning about the do's and don'ts of giving a proper interview. Hopefully this interview will be very informative to you all and help you land better employees. Let's get started.
The first step in conducting a good interview is preparing. A common misconception is that the candidate seeking a job is the only one who needs to prepare. This is not true. Getting familiar with the candidate before the interview begins can help make the interview run smoother and help you come across more credible. A good way to do this is to thoroughly read the candidate's resume and job application. Depending on the job position your company is seeking, will help determine what type of interview process you will need to use. The first type is a structured interview. This means questions are prepared in advance and are asked in the same way and at the same time during the interview. Very little flexibility is available. This type of interview makes it easier for the interviewer to compare candidates. The second type of interview is an unstructured interview. Questions are not planned in advance. Instead, the interviewer directs the interview down to whatever path seems appropriate at the time. The last type of interview we will talk about today involves preparing or planning the issues to be explored, but allowing for flexibility during the process. This is called a semi-structured interview. This allows for elaboration as well as structured responses.
When you meet the candidate, it might make them feel more comfortable by opening up with some icebreaker questions. This will help set a more relaxed tone for the interview. Now that you're prepared, let's begin.
Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Nick.
Monica.
Monica, I wrote a copy of my resume.
Thank you. Have a seat.
Thank you.
How's the traffic?
It wasn't too bad. Luckily, I got here on time.
Any trouble getting here?
Not really. It was storming a little bit earlier, but the weather finally cleared up.
Oh, that's good. I see
The next thing to do is gather information about the interviewee. There are 3 types of questions you can ask. The first one is direct, which is a yes or no type of question.
Do you have any customer service experience?
Actually, yes. I've worked in customer service
The second one is behavioral. This is designed to learn more about their behavior.
Could you tell me a little bit more about your customer service experience?
Actually, yes. Being in the hospitality industry, we also deal with very disgruntled customers. So,
How did you fix the situation with the angry customer if there wasn't a supervisor or anything around?
I approached the customer calm to me, wanted to know what their problem was.
The last one is situational, which asks more hypothetical questions.
Now, if you were to be a manager here and there were employees that were stealing from the company, how would you handle that situation?
Well, first I would make sure, without a doubt, that they're actually stealing, and then I would address the employee, sit them down, talk to them, write them up.
The next step of the interview process after gathering information from the candidate is giving information. Depending on if you can see this candidate as a potential fit for your company, you will want to give more detailed information about the position or keep it brief.
Now that I know a little bit more about you, I'd like to tell you more about our company and what we have to offer and the type of positions that we have available.
It's very interesting. I studied your company a little bit on your website, and I'm very pleased and eager to work for you.
When closing the interview, make sure to let them know when you'll be making a decision and when they expect to hear from you.
Well, Nick, it was a pleasure talking with you today. We will be looking over other resumes and possible candidates, and we'll be getting back with you in hopefully a few days.
Thank you so much for spending the time to talk to me, and I hope you have a wonderful day.
Thank you. You too.
When asking questions, you want to be cautious that you are not asking any questions that could potentially lead to an answer that will reveal that they are a member of a protected class.
Are you married?
Yeah, me and my wife have been married for 3 years now.
Do you have any children?
We just found out we're expecting our first. Hopefully it's a boy.
Oh, that's good. It's nice to hear. We all know that being in the hospitality industry, it could take away from your weekends and your family and things like that. Do you go to church?
Actually, yes, I go to Greek Orthodox Church every Sunday.
Finally, you want to be aware of common errors interviewers can sometimes make. A similarity error is when interviewers are likely to be attracted to candidates who are similar to them in terms of outside interests, personal backgrounds, and even appearance. A contrast error is when an interviewer compares candidates to each other either consciously or subconsciously. Candidates should not be compared to each other, but to the standards of the company as established for the successful candidate.
I see here on your resume you went to Mizzou. So far I haven't talked to any other candidates who went there, so that's really nice to see.
Oh, thanks. I love the school. My great time there. Graduated 2012. It was a lot of fun.
Here's some things that you should avoid doing during an interview. Try to never cut the candidate off when they are speaking. It is unprofessional and gives the impression that what they have to say is not important. Maintain eye contact and avoid distracting hand motions. Never, under any circumstances, answer your cell phone, text messages, or emails during the interview. The candidate may be someone you really want to hire. Displaying unprofessionalism during the interview may steer them in another direction. And finally, try to stay on task. Do not ask questions that are unprofessional or unrelated to the type of information you are seeking from the candidate.
Come in.
Hi, my name is Nick. I'm here for the interview.
I know.
I brought a copy of my resume in case you didn't have one.
Have a seat. That's
Thanks.
fine. I have one. So, let's see here, Nick. Tell me a little bit more about yourself.
Well, I'm a Missouri graduate. I've worked for 3 years in the hospitality industry and customer service. I enjoy it. I really love the company and really glad you took the time to
So,
interview me.
anyways, I had a friend who went to Mizzou, and he used to go up every weekend. It was really, really great time.
I was in
Yeah,
Missouri University and it's a lot of fun as well. So.
Sure it was. Anyways, so, tell me a little more about your customer service experience.
Well, I usually handle the day-to-day stuff. Whenever there's any problems, kind of handle it.
Just the day-to-day stuff, huh? Nothing a little bit more
I mean,
responsibility?
that's what I'm looking for. Like, I want to start at the ground level. And really
Sorry, excuse me here. You
But
can go ahead.
like I was saying, I just really want to get a knack of like the full operation of the place, and hopefully by now I'll be given the chance to really take more of a leadership role and managerial position.
All right then, Nick. Thank you. I guess we'll be in contact.
Thank you for your time so much.
Yeah, thanks. Hopefully you all learned a lot of information about the interviewing process. Thanks for watching.